This artwork is titled Murder in the House, created by 19th century Neoromantic and Naturalist painter Jakub Schikaneder in 1890. This artist was from Bohemia, a historical area and former kingdom in the Czech Republic. At first glance, I see a woman lying on the floor and at a distance, few human figures of all ages who look shocked and curious. The setting of the scene looks like the courtyard of a very poor neighborhood. The dead woman's body is twisted from the middle, her left hand twisted, right hand stretched out, head in a pool of blood. I see bloodstains at her feet and even a bloody handprint at the arched doorway that looks like a common doorway without a door. I see that the window glass is broken. By the ambient light, looks like a cloudy winter day without ample sunlight. Even a candle is burning inside one house in the background, probably an enclosed house without windows. On the left of the artwork, I see many human figures. One young man pointing at the dead woman is explaining something. The lady in the white apron with clasped hands is paying attention to what this young man says. Behind this lady is another young girl doing the same. The young man is talking to an older couple who both are looking at the body of the dead woman. A young girl in the foreground is also looking curiously at the dead woman. On the extreme right, four more figures, a woman all covered in shawl and scarf with doleful looks on her face. A young boy in pink shirt with clasped hands listening to the same young man talking. Behind this young boy is an older man looking at the dead body, and beside him we see only a glimpse of a little girl in scarf. In total, 10 human figures standing and one human figure lying on the floor. Avoiding the temptation of playing Sherlock Holmes, let's see what is happening in this scene. As the title suggests, murder in the house, meaning it is actually a murder and the lying woman is dead, murdered. We don't see any blood on her white shirt nor on her upper body anywhere, including her hands, face, and a bit of an exposed back. She is donning a dark red skirt, so if there is any blood, we can't distinguish it. The only pool of blood is under her face, another one at a distance at her feet. By all this, I don't understand what kind of murder this is. Where exactly on her body is she hurt? Is she stabbed in the stomach, which we can't see? By what weapon? Was she inside the house that had broken window glass? We don't see any shards of broken glass in the scene, so perhaps the glass was broken from outside. Or this could not even be related to murder. This could just be a red herring by the artist. Title suggests the murder happened inside the house, but which house? There are two doors on either side of the arched doorway, and if murder happened inside the house, why is her dead body lying outside? Did she scream for help? Did she stumble outside after being presumably stabbed in the stomach? Another question is, whose bloody fingerprints are on the arched doorway? The dead woman's hands, fingers, and left palm, they don't show any signs of red blood on them, so those fingerprints don't belong to the dead woman. If she indeed is stabbed, there might have been at least little blood on her hands. Also, the blood stain at her feet seems unusual, given that there is no single drop of blood trailing nearby. Now let's move to the crowd. By the looks on their faces, it seems the discovery of murder has happened some time back, and all of them have processed this fact. Their faces show sadness, curiosity, and even mild shock, but not outright horror, as might have happened at first glance. The young man pointing at the dead woman seems to have taken a courageous lead to explain what exactly is the situation. The older man in apron leans forward listening to the young man and looks more curious than horrified. Only a mild sense of horror can be seen on the older lady's face, who is directly looking at the dead woman. Other onlookers seem either sad, curious, or indifferent, like the old man at the very end. Yes, the presence of a little girl witnessing this is little unsettling. If I treat this artwork as an accurate account of an artist's imagination, I think this is a masterful artwork that has hidden clues about the murder and I missed them, or the artist might have made a few mistakes. The dead woman's stretched right hand, is it pointing towards the culprit, meaning the enthusiastic young man explaining the situation, or is this a wrong insinuation? I think the pool of blood under her face is probably from her head, where she was hit by the culprit. She might have stumbled outside, being dizzy, and fallen in that awkward position. She didn't get a chance to scream for help, nor did she get a chance to hold on to the wound to get blood on her hands. Fingerprints on the arched doorway are definitely of the murderer, who got one hand soaked with blood while hitting the woman and left a fingerprint while running away from that door. This artwork definitely evokes horror and intrigue. The wretched neighborhood and crowd's reaction heightens that intrigue. For me, the only unsolved mystery in this artwork is the blood at the dead woman's feet. If you have any clues, let me know in the comments. And thank you for your attention.